The original idea was to add a gas sensor to a bike, and as you drive around on the bike, you capture pollutant, different various types of pollutants. Once pollutants were captured, or once the pollution reaches a certain threshold, we release some sort of gas from the bike to basically mimic a car, the way a car emits exhaust. So the idea was to critique, the common conception of a bike being environmentally friendly, and draw discussion and attention, I guess, to the bike, and have people question why the bike is emitting noxious fumes. However, they're constantly surrounded by cars that do this anyway.
So we decided to scope the project down from a bike. We felt it might be a little too difficult to mount our gas sensor to a bike, and we decided to build a sensor based on an instructable we found that we could transport around, likely in a box of some kind, to different places around campus or around the city of Atlanta, and visualize air pollution. And the way we decided to do that is to build a homemade fog machine with dry ice, a coffee can, and a computer fan. So what we decided to do is to link the gas sensor system that we built to the homemade fog machine, and to take it to different places, and if the gas reached a certain threshold, we would visualize the pollution in that area, giving a very real visualization to the pollution in an area that you don't always see because most gases are clear. Our gas sensor was basically constructed of an Arduino with a base shield and several sensors. We have a gas sensor, we have a button, we have an LCD screen for readouts. We also got a noise sensor for a backup detection if we decided to include that as well as the gas. After the sensor is established, we'll be using a relay to power a 9-volt battery, which will then turn the fan on once our gas reading has reached a certain threshold.
We originally planned to use this, but it was not a large enough receptacle for the fan. So we had to go with a container more this size, which posed the problem of volume. But basically, we cut a hole in the top of this, and we supported the screws by having balsa wood underneath this. And then we have all of the electronic devices attached on balsa wood here, and then we duct taped it to the side so that it'll be easy to remove later on. What we used is basically a basic Arduino Uno with a base shield, which allowed us to plug our components directly in with little to no assembly. And then we have a button for switching the device's reading. We have an LCD screen to display the readings. This is our microphone that reads the sound levels, and then this is our multi-channel gas sensor that's reading the pollution in the air. We have all of that hooked up to a 5-volt relay. So when it reaches a certain threshold, it sends a pulse to the 5-volt relay to complete the circuit, which allows the battery to power the fan, which makes the dry ice come out.
We walked around campus to multiple locations and got readings of the ammonia, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and noise ratings. And we took all of those readings and averaged them out, and that became the thresholds for which we set each gas and noise at for the actual experiment.
The goal from the start was to visualize some sort of pollution, mostly air but also noise. We decided to take our device to campus in Tech Square and set it up, turn it on, and get a few people's reactions to it.
What do you guys think when you see this? The exhaust coming out of here. What do you think it might represent?
What, if you just walked up and saw this, like, what would you?
I think it was a bomb.
I would also.
Yeah, I think it was
Like right now, the carbon monoxide level isn't enough to start the threshold, so it stops.
I don't know. I mean, that's dope.
So when you're standing here in the square, do you think of this as a polluted area as far as the air goes? Do you think this is like a clean air area?
Yeah, I would think this is a reasonably clean
area. Yes.
So, what do you think that fog that we have fanning out of that could potentially be representing?
I don't know.
There's actually a gas sensor on
Okay.
there right now that's reading ammonia, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide. And when it reaches a certain threshold, the fan will activate depending on what gas is reading at the time.
Okay.
It also reads sound, so you're getting a level of noise pollution. Right now, it's above average for campus, so it hit a threshold for ammonia.
If you attach it to anywhere or put it in like a certain place, you think it'd be more apparent if you put it.
Might be, I don't know, maybe so you change some of the settings. Like maybe someone can play around with it and can see the feedback about it. Maybe that might be a little more
Like an interactive.
interactive
Well,
kind
you
of
can
a-
actually see.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not a bomb.
Yeah. You can actually see the LCD. This actually gives the readings in parts per million. So when you look at it, it's telling you it's got 0.5 parts per million ammonia right now.
That's nice. Yes.
And so we were able to get a few good responses, and we're able to explain that basically what we were trying to do is sense different levels of pollution in terms of gas and noise, and then visualize that through the dry ice fog as kind of what you might expect to see when you think of the idea of pollution in your mind.
Overall, we were very pleased with what we were able to accomplish. We essentially did everything but find a receptacle that we can attach to a bike. But in the process of that, we found a couple of new questions that we would like to address in future iterations of this device, such as its appearance and how to stop the relay from having a clicking sound. But other than that, we were very pleased with the outcome.